Hello, so this is Samin, and today we'll learn configuration of DNS server using BIND9. So BIND9 is basically a powerful DNS server software used to manage and serve domain name records. So, and I will be using this note from Rohit Bhai as a reference of doing the DNS configuration. So first, currently I'm now in my terminal. I will change to sudo, and this will ask for my password. I will give my password, and so I'm now in the sudo mode. And first thing I will need to do is check my IP address with ifconfig. So here I can see lots of things, but my IP address will be this one. This is my IP address. This would be in the Ethernet 01. So this is the IP address of my machine. So the next thing I will need to do is I will need to update sudo apt update, and it's updating all the things. So meanwhile it's updating, I will like to share some basics. So this is forward zone versus reverse zone. So basically forward zone is mapping of domain to IP address, and reverse zone is basically like translating the IP addresses into a domain name. And reverse zones are basically written differently because the DNS handles reverse lookup using this thing in address.arpa, and this is the IP is reversed like this. Suppose your IP is 10.02.15, it will be reversed like 15.20.10, and we only define the network portion from the zone name, so it's usually defined as like 2010. The 15 is omitted because it's the network portion. So the next step is installing the BIND9 software. So I'm copying this from here and pasting it. This will install BIND9 and BIND9 utilities and the documentation of BIND9. So the next thing I need to do is uh, start and enable the BIND9. So I will copy the commands from here and paste it, so it's enabled. And so the BIND9 basically means the actual DNS server, and the BIND9 utilities are basically dig, named check zone, etc., and the other thing is just documentation. So the next thing we need to check is if the bind is running or not. So we'll need to use this command for checking. So we can see that the mode is active running and the status is also running, so it's running fine. And after that I would need to make a directory for zone files. So sudo mkdir basically means make directory, and this is the path. So I think I've actually done this part. So basically I would need to go to cd etc. Fine. So if I go to here and now I'm doing ls, it means list all the things. So I can see there is a directory called zones. So I've actually made it. So you need to use this command to make a zones directory. So after making the directory, you need to make a sudo nano etc bind name.conf local file. You need to edit the bind's local zone configuration file. So I think I should make another one if to make it clear for you. So let's make zones1. So I will make another zones file named zones1, and if I ls now, I can see there is a zones1 directory. So after that, what I will need to do is I need to edit the bind's local zone configuration file. So let's go to etc bind, and you can see a name.conf.local file. So if I get that one, I've actually already did it. So let's focus on what I've done. So you can see zone pimcs.edu type master, and this is the file, allow transfer none. So this is basically, so this is the domain that's managing the DNS records, and type master means this is the primary DNS, and this is the zone file where all the DNS records are kept, and allow transfer none means this has blocked zone transfers. So zone transfer basically means the copying process of copying this DNS zone data from a primary DNS to a secondary DNS server. So that's the thing about zone transfer. And this part is basically, this is doing the reverse thing, and so this is the reverse DNS zone for the subnet, which will map IP to the domain. And type master basically means this is the primary DNS, and this is the file which contains all the DNS records. And here also we have blocked the the zone transfer thing. So this is basically all inside the name.conf local. So I've basically made it. So you need to use this command to create a nano file, and you need to like paste this command inside it and save it in the name.conf.local file. So after doing this part, we need to like create the zone files. We have like directed it to when we have done the declaring zone part. So first you need to like create etc/bind zones.db.pmics.edu. then you need to like copy this command and paste it in here, and after doing this we need to like create another file which is for the reverse zone file. So if I go to here, I can't see anything, but in the it's actually in the etc bind zones. Okay, so here we can, if we go inside the zones directory and ls, we can see that there are like two database files. One is for db.10 and another one is for db.pmics.edu. These are the files we have pointed in the declaring zone files, where we did it in the name.conf.local. So if we go inside the file of db.pmi, we can see that it's like what's inside the file. So basically here this is the TTL, which means the time to live, which is like around 1 day. It's calculated in seconds. And after that we can see SOA. This basically means state of authority. It defines the primary name server for the domain and the contact mail, and these NAs are the name servers for the domain, and this is second name server. So this basically means this is the IP assigned to the domain, and these are the IP which are like assigned to the domains. This is assigned to NS1 and this is assigned to the NS2 one. So this is for the mail. So this is how we what inside the db.pms.edu file database. So if we look at the other one, so this is basically used for the forward zone, and the next thing we will see will be for the reverse zone. So if I go inside the zones, let's get db.10, we can see all the details that's inside the cat db.10. So here basically we can see TTL, these are the name servers and the domains, and PTR basically means that pointer record. This basically means pointer record, and this is the primary DNS server and this is the secondary DNS server. So this is basically what's inside the cat db.10, and this 10 is basically the last digit of your IP address. This 15 is basically the last digit of your IP address. So these are the things that are inside the database. So after this, go back to etc/bind. So now we will check the configuration if it's okay or not. So if nothing comes back, it basically means it's okay. And after that we need to check the zone files if it's okay or not. So this is saying it's okay, and after that I would need to check this one. So this is for the forward zone and this is for the reverse zone. This is also okay. And after that we need to like restart the bind software. After doing all this, we would like to like test the DNS resolution we just made. So for forward lookup test, you would use DEEC at the local host, and after that the domain. So if we paste this one, we can see it has got 2 servers found, and it's pointing to our like IP address. So it's been successfully done, and now we'll like to do the reverse lookup test. So you can see that it has also been done successfully. So like this is how you are going to build a DNS server using the software BIND9, and this is how you configure it. So this is all for today. Thank you.